Sup, Nerdmigos? I'm the Jive Talking Nerd, John Norgrove. We've got Wife here. We're going to be back at another movie review. So this is the plan. What we've decided to start doing, because we're trapped in our houses, is that we're going to watch a bunch of old-ass movies that we enjoyed or had opinions about in the past, and then review them now for your entertainment pleasure, as it were. So today we're talking about The Core.
The Core.
Who's in The Core? Who's that starring?
There's a ton of people.
I know, but who's the main guy? Who's the main doctor? Aaron Eckhart. That's
Eckhart
the name.
and Hilary Swank.
Okay,
are the main people.
Aaron Eckhart, Hilary. Who's the magical black man in this one?
Delroy Lindo.
Delroy Lindo. You'll recognize him also. Okay,
I mean, there's a ton of.
I know, but they're the main ones that matter. Oh, okay. Oh, that's a bird building a nest in the tree, literally right next to us.
Oh my goodness.
Leave it alone.
Okay.
So, anyway, if you hear a bunch of scratching, that's what that noise is. You probably can't, though. So,
The Core.
The Core
was released in 2003, and it was, for those of you that don't remember, the one about how they need to take a drill train into the center of the Earth with like a bomb to restart the Earth's core because magnetosphere?
Sort of. All right, let me give you a quick rundown if you don't remember what The Core is in as comedic a nature as humanly possible. Because, to be honest with you, it's not a great movie. All right? So
don't ask why we decided to start with this one, because we don't know.
The Core is really simple. All right? The Earth's magnetosphere is no longer in effect, all right, or dwindling away, because the molten portion of the core of the Earth, right? So crust, liquidy bits, but that aren't molten. The molten core, and then a solid piece in the center. Or at least that's what they're telling us in the movie.
You said the molten core.
Yeah, well.
That's a World of Warcraft thing.
So the core part has stopped spinning. Because it has stopped spinning, because it has stopped spinning, magnetosphere is going away. So, they need a scientist, the scientist, played by Eckhart, who discovers the magnetic problem, and that the sphere is no longer that the core is no longer spinning, happens to also have whatever security clearance is necessary for the United States military to hire another scientist who exists purely because he works for the military normally and is a prick. Scientist who's the magical black man who has a ship that gets stronger the more it would be normally hurt. It just happens to work out that the doctor, scientist, man who discovered the core stopped spinning and the magnetosphere problem also happens to be developing some sort of weird sci-fi MRI gun laser thing.
So magic.
So that way he can see through the dark. Oh, and also the magical black man was able to build some sort of a sound laser that'll cut through absolutely anything.
Yeah. Except diamonds, we learn later on.
Except for diamonds. And then they are able to build the ship and do all that kind of stuff. Jokes are ensuing. They hack the world so that way the internet can't tell everybody about it or whatever.
In fact, they very specifically hire a hacker who is DJ Qualls, a name I don't recognize, but someone whom I recognize from plenty of movies.
Dude, he was in so many things.
Many things.
Maybe top 5 best lines in the whole movie when they're like, we need you to hack the world. And he's like, I need Xena tapes and hot pockets.
He's like, so basically, you want me to hack the world, and we're like, what? What are you doing, 2003?
Remember
what was
the movie
wrong
Hackers?
With you?
We haven't figured it out since the movie Hackers. And
we still have not.
It's just not what hacking looks
and
like.
just like in every movie, anytime they're on a computer and hacking, it is the most absurd thing possible. So that is, and especially because it is older, so it's older technology, but they think it's like the hottest technology. They got like flip phones and stuff. It's fantastic. But
at one point
this
in time,
also
he makes a buzzing noise with some aluminum foil from a gum wrapper
to give you free
long
distance calling into a cell phone.
Yeah, I don't even know how that makes any sense. But anyway, so anyway.
So 2003 was a time when you put all kinds of stars into movies. Still, this kind of like started in the mid 90s and persisted through like the mid 2000s.
It's like, it doesn't matter how crap the script is, as long as you can get enough superstars. As long as you can get
like 6 superstars, then you're fine. Because we've got DJ Qualls, we've got Hilary Swank, we got Aaron Eckhart. You wanted Stanley Tucci? You got Stanley Tucci too.
Oh,
you
Tucci
want Bruce
is
Greenwood,
the asshole scientist.
who is kind of like, he's kind of like the Target version of Dennis Quaid. He's like Target Dennis Quaid. We got Delroy Lindo, and then we have, oh boy, I can't say his name, but the Russian guy Tchéky Karyo? I am so sorry.
Tchéky Karyo?
I don't know.
Whatever.
But really, the reason why we watched this movie was because we were flipping around on TV and The Core was on.
Yeah.
And The Core is one of the few disaster flicks that features San Francisco, a place that we live close to.
Yeah.
And then we know very well
by a
getting
beam of heat.
cooked by a beam of heat, like a big microwave laser.
But let me explain something to you.
In the water, on the
heat,
bridge, all around. Everything.
The heat doesn't make any sense. Okay, so top down, stem to stern, left to right, full fucking truth, no stops. Not a single iota of this movie makes any consistent sense with reality or even within the fucking movie that we're watching.
Yes.
Okay? So that
really doesn't make a lot of sense.
It's just everything works out so perfectly. And the drama is so absurdly telenovela.
Oh.
And just I mean like okay, so this solar beam is like boiling the ocean as it moves across, and then it jump cuts to a man.
And then like laser cuts through the Golden Gate Bridge.
Hold on. Before it gets there, right? It gets to a man with his arm out of the window, and then he gets burned real bad.
He's in the car.
And then his tires pop. And then the beam cooks the bridge, which doesn't make any sense because those are inconsistent amounts of fucking heat energy being dissipated or being shot out through this beam.
Yeah.
Right? It's just like at any point in time, anything is happening purely for the sake of the movie.
They also never really explained why there's an energy beam because all of these other destructive sequences. Well, all the other destructive sequences don't feature an energy beam. That's like a one-off. There's like a big hailstorm, and then there's like
freezing, but nothing can freeze that fast because freezing isn't an active process. It's an abundant lack of heat. So that doesn't make any sense. There's
northern lights everywhere, Aurora Borealis everywhere, all over the place.
That makes sense, right?
Makes sense because magnetosphere and stuff and words and science?
No, the birds part doesn't make any sense. There's no science in this movie. Real talk. Not only is there no science in this movie, but this is also, I would go with so far as to say, the lowest point of every single person in this movie's career.
You know what? I would say that you're probably right. Because when Hilary Swank came on, I was like, she was in this?
Yeah.
Dang!
Yeah. Well, for me, it's Eckhart, because I fucking love him. He's such a great actor.
Oh, he's been in some
But you
movies,
also think,
though.
in 2003, this is like a Sci-Fi Channel level.
It is like one level up from Sci-Fi Channel.
You know, it's just, it's not great. But it's not bad. This is the thing, man, is that, like, for the destruction, it's pretty gangster, and, like...
For the time, like, that they did that kind of big blockbuster movie, it's not super bad either, but it's absurd. Primarily in the way that it links the plot together, because you're just like, what are we doing? Because at one point...
Nothing really makes any sense.
Yeah, because so basically they're like, magnetosphere, so we need to like bomb the core of the Earth. And everybody is the perfect level of scientist that specializes in this stuff, but is also a super badass. Yeah. So most of our main characters hop into this bullet train to the center of the Earth.
That's not wrong.
And they just start like drilling downwards, but it starts where they're like, the bullet train is like perpendicular to the ground, and they do it like
they drop it over the Marianas Trench.
Over the Marianas Trench.
But hold on,
because it's the lowest point.
They drop it over the Marianas Trench in like off of what looks like an oil rig, which if it's right above the Marianas Trench. Like, how's the oil rig anchored to the ground? So is it a floating rig? You know,
we don't know.
There's a lot.
It's just like a big oil rig.
There's a lot
and they
of
just
dumb
go straight
questions.
down, and then they hit the core, and they start drilling through the core, and you're like, okay, that's cool, I guess. And then you flash back several times throughout the movie to like the NASA Situation Room. You know, they're like, Houston, we have a problem. Only they're not Houston. Maybe it's the oil rig. Maybe it's somewhere else. We don't know. It's
the military.
Not answered. It's the military.
That's the weirdest part. They can communicate. Okay. They have a ship made out of magic that can shoot lasers that do everything except for diamonds. That has the ability to see through solid stone because of, again, magic. With quotes, MRI machine.
Because
which
science.
That's not how MRI machines work. All right. But the biggest problem I have with this movie, and the part that makes the least amount of goddamn sense, all right, is that they're able to live and actively communicate with the motherfucking home base. Is there a wire out the back? What are they sending, a beam?
Except that sometimes
they
they're
never even
not
address
communicating.
It. Oh yeah, sometimes it's static.
They only communicate in parts when it is necessary based on the plot. So we're just like, okay.
It's not just communication. This is full fucking data uploads, dude. Because the hacker boy hides a secret message inside of an image or some fucking nonsense. And he's like, here are those prime images you were looking for, and the Eckhart, right, the lead scientist, is like, prime numbers. He just immediately gets that there's some shenanigans going on.
Because this kid apparently learned hacking from Nidri in Jurassic Park. He takes is basically the idea there.
And then types on the keyboard whilst counting prime numbers out, and then the image scan lines into a message, which is like, what software did he use that for?
What's happening?
What is he doing?
What is happening?
What are those numbers?
Is it one of those like pictures where you see through it and you get the stuff?
Super scientist who discovered this stuff and is the only one who believed in the logic at the beginning of the movie because nobody else believed in it, who is clearly the main superhero of this fucking movie, is he also a super hacker boy? What the fuck?
Aaron Eckhart. Actually, everybody at the top echelon of this movie is like the most Mary Sue of Mary Sue's.
Oh my god! Right up until they die, and then when they die, it's just like it's like crescendo pianos and horns and stuff, and he's just like, I'm the only one that can throw a valve. Okay, real talk, man.
Yeah.
That scene where the old magical black man goes into the fucking bowels of the ship whilst it's in the fucking core of the earth, because apparently those suits not only can resist pressure, but still be bendable. And I'm gonna be honest with you, it looks like it's not even attached down at the feet.
I think that you can see their socks.
You can see sock into pants.
So they go through the crust of the earth, and I'm just like, okay, this makes sense. It's like, drilling down, but then they get down to the mantle, the middle part, the big piece of the pie, and they're just like, oh, look at all this, and it's just like tunneling through what looks like a colonoscopy, and you're just like, I'm pretty sure this is all molten. This is lava, right? It's really hot.
But that's what lava looks like. They went with this sort of hippy dippy. You know what it looks like? It looks like the fucking drug scene from the 70s claymation. Santa Claus is Coming to Town, where the lady's singing and it gets all fucking acid tripped, swirly
it looks
colors.
like a colonoscopy for those of you that know what that looked like. But at one point they're just like, oh no, guys, we have to
we don't have enough nukes.
We don't have enough nukes.
Yeah, we need more nukes. But also, they brought a fucking gigaton of fissile material.
Just riding in a bullet train to the center of the earth through a molten lava field that looks like a colonoscopy. Except for at one point they do run into giant boulder diamonds that they have to steer in between. It's when they go through the asteroid belt in a space movie. It's very much like that, but they're diamonds, and everybody's like, "Oh my, the diamonds! Okay. Oh no!"
So, as an example, they brought a gigaton of nuclear material. Now they don't use this word; they use 1,000 megatons, which whatever. A giga would technically be 1056
I don't think back then that you knew what a giga was.
But all right, Hiroshima was 12 to 18 kilotons, right, which is thousands of tons. All right, so a megaton is 1,000 kilotons, right? We know this because of computers. A megaton is 1,000 kilotons, and a gigaton is 1,000 megatons, which means that they brought nearly 1,000 times as much explosives in the back of their magic fucking space train. Or whatever.
It's not space train. Magic bullet train.
Their magic underground bullet train. Their magic lava train.
Yeah.
Right? Down to restart the core of the planet, and it wasn't enough.
Yeah, and they realized that it wasn't enough not long after, I think, probably the most ridiculous scene sequence of the movie. So after they go through the colonoscopy field, and then through the Diamond Asteroid Belt. Then they are like, what's this ahead of us? Because they don't have windows, right? They're only looking at screens that see what's outside. And they're like, what's this ahead of us? And the guy's like,
vision.
that must be solid because I never programmed it to look for a solid.
No,
so on
space.
the
empty space.
Dead space. It must be dead space because I never programmed for dead space. Because why would there be dead space? Because everything's like lava down here.
Except...
And it turns out to be a gigantic geode.
Yeah, okay.
Floating around inside of the Earth that is filled with gigantic amethyst, like, points.
Crystals.
As big as these redwood trees behind us.
Yeah, like
they're huge.
Right.
So the bullet train goes through because they can't go around. That's too easy. We just did that. They can't do it again.
They said they couldn't go around.
So they go through it, and then the bullet train just kind of like pew, and then crashes into the bottom, and they're like, oh no, this giant amethyst point is stopping us, stopping our whirligig motor from moving. So we have to get out, and we have to remove this amethyst point from it stopping our whirligig motor.
Because they packed a mobile spinny sound drill.
Right? So they have a tiny drill that's like the big drill that their thing is. Because they built a
ship to go to the core of the Earth that they could exit, just in case they had to exit the fucking ship at the core of the fucking Earth.
With spacesuits that look like they're made out of like metallic Tyvek.
It looks like it's fucking Mylar over like a winter coat. They just turned their North Face coat inside out and zipped that shit up.
So they get out and they're like, guys, I don't know. We have to hurry. We're on like a short time frame, magnets and stuff. Meanwhile, there's like these giant points of amethyst, and I cannot help myself because I am like, this looks like that zone in World of Warcraft Burning Crusade, and I am dying. Where are the crystal flayers? There's got to be a monster. No, there's not a monster. What's better is the lava that we've just been going through, that super hot lava goes through the whole thing, and it starts falling through the hole that the bullet train went through in the geode. And it's just, the lava's coming in. They're like, oh no, we have to hurry because of the lava. So they're trying to hurry because of this lava, but all they really have to do is wait for the lava, but there's like 8 of them loitering around outside, waiting to get this amethyst point back out, and there's like a pool of lava. It's like encroaching on them, and they're like, oh no, you have to hurry. I'm just like, guys, this stuff is supposed to melt. What are you even doing? So somebody dies, and then they're super sad about it, and then they get back in, and then they go on their merry way. Now, after this, they go into the inner core of the Earth, which looks like...
That's the outer core. The inner core is the hard
core. Oh, the outer core. You go to the outer core, which looks like what I think outside looks like when you're in the desert, and it's like 100 degrees outside. It's just like...
liquid warmth.
It's just like warm, but like also fire. But it's a liquid, but also fire.
It's okay. This is the thing, man. You don't watch The Core because you want to watch a scientifically accurate movie. Just like you don't watch Armageddon for the same reason.
No.
Right? Is this movie scientifically accurate?
No.
0 out of 10 stars. Is this movie enjoyable? Yeah, like 8 out of 10 stars. Listen, at one point in time, this motherfucker's trying to explain what's going to happen to the Earth. And without previously communicating this to Stanley Tucci, fucking Eckhart is like, hey, you hold the thing. And then he puts like an apricot on...
this is way at the beginning of the movie.
This is at the very beginning. Puts it like an apricot or something.
He's trying to explain what the inside of the Earth looks like to a bunch of like scientists or military people.
And then uses a spray paint. He's like, this spray paint can, or this hairspray can, which... Why does this military base have a hairspray can?
Why do they have a hairspray can in the middle of a meeting room with fresh fruit?
They went out. Okay, so first of all, this room has like a table of fruit. In my mind, he should have chose the pineapple. Dumber example, but would have been funner.
I mean, it makes sense with the peach.
right? But so he chooses a peach, he puts it on a fork, right? He goes, somebody give me a can of hairspray. And then, like, this previously is smoking character who has no fucking name, right? He, like, borrows this lighter.
Because this happened back when you could smoke in movies.
Yeah, oh my god,
Yeah.
so many people smoke in this movie, dude. Seriously, this movie might have been partially paid for by fucking Marlboro the Camel or something.
Maybe, man. There was a
Like, real
lot of
talk,
smokers
there's
in this
so
movie.
much smoking. But so then he like grabs the hairspray, right? And he gets a lighter and he like sprays a fireball to set this fucking peach on fire. And he's just like, this is what would happen to the earth if we don't restart the core. And the
we're just like,
military's
what?
and everybody's like, oh, no, oh no, like,
Yeah.
they're
and,
shocked.
And we're there, and I'm
He's
just like,
explained none of the science, by the way.
can I eat that peach?
Right? Well, you know, poison hairspray. But then he's like, then he has like we forgot to mention this, all of Aaron Eckhart?
Yeah.
All of Aaron Eckhart's lines are one-liners from an action movie.
Yeah.
So he's like, chew on this, or some fucking dumb shit like that. And then like dumps it in the general's water, like, ha 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 ha.
And you're just like, that's kind of messed up, man.
Also, I've seen this movie about 1,000 goddamn times. You'll notice in this scene when he's having this meeting that they have a huge room. And he is standing right at the bottom of the steps, and everybody else is sitting right here looking at him. He's like this far away from everybody for no reason.
Yeah.
Right? It's like if Julie's the audience, right? I'm here and I'm doing this example. And just stacks of people, you know, generals and stars and all this kind of
like
stuff.
That
right?
scene
and
from Star
I'm here,
Wars.
And I'm here doing this, right? But there's all this room behind me. What am I fucking doing?
We don't know.
Spread the
What is
fuck
this
out,
room?
dog.
We don't know.
It's so absurd. Like,
Yeah.
there's so many little details of this movie that when you really look at them, you're like,
What?
did you guys actually review
How?
the script? Or did you decide, instead of revising it, let's just wing it while we're shooting, and then we went from there? Now, do I love this movie? Yeah. A lot. It's so dumb. It's so dumb. It's up there with Armageddon, which in all reality is an honor, right? To be in a level where, like, people could get a PhD writing about how dumb you are.
Except that it's clearly better than Armageddon, because Armageddon is the best of the we need to go something about an asteroid or the center of the Earth. You can't get better than Armageddon.
I don't know.
Period.
There's not as many
End of story.
one-liners.
Mic drop.
I feel
However,
like...
2012 is really good too. I really like 2012.
I feel like it might go
And
core
Day After
Armageddon
Tomorrow.
2012.
Oof.
And the reason why I say the core first
Armageddon,
is because...
Day After Tomorrow, 2012.
The reason why I say the core is first is because Eckhart's one-liners define his character and profoundly explain to you that instead of writing words for an actor to act, they wrote for him a series of catchphrases.
They did.
And then he had to form a fucking person
It was a little
around
like they had a random catchphrase generator, and then they were just like, "Oh, use that one," and then use that one. Like that refrigerator poetry stuff.
I almost feel like the movie was written by the crew who wrote the like 60s Batman TV series, where it's all just like zaps and bams and catchphrases, and then we waited like 40 or 50 years and we're like, we should make this movie now that we have the technology and we understand the things that this like
now that we have bullet
fucking
trains,
Nosferatu motherfucker did it. Like, it's so everybody, the generals, the hacker, the chick, the dude, the magical black man, the angry scientist, everybody. I'm sorry that I'm not using any of their names. I don't really care. As many times I've seen this movie, this is how they are correlated in my mind, right? But all of them are it's just one-liner.
Yeah.
Just nonsensically so. It's so good. Like, it's worth it just for that alone. All right. So, okay. Out of 12 disasters, how many disasters do you think this gets? Because 2012 was the apocalypse. This is all a simulation.
Or was it dyslexia and it's actually 2021?
It's not. That's not how that works.
We don't know.
Yes, they don't have dyslexia.
We don't know. It's not 2021 yet. But we are going on we're really...
Disaster movies are a scale of 0 out of 12 disasters.
Out of 12 disasters, I'm gonna give this like I'm gonna give this like an 8. It was pretty good, and I enjoyed all of the disaster. My favorite part of any disaster movie is the large swath of destruction scenes. I really want to see cities toppled, and I want to see all the large scale destruction. All the rest of the movie is just like whatever to me. And this one had some pretty good ones, but it did leave me going, what?
Every time.
What?
Stem to stern. Why were those birds trying to get in through the glass? If they were just confused because of the magnet, it's not. Listen. There's so many complaints I can levy. Holy shit. Okay.
All right, how many of 12?
Out of 12 disasters, I'm going to give this 10, maybe even 11 disasters. All right. I'm going to give this global disasters out of 12 potential predicted disasters. All right.
Those words don't even make sense.
They make a little bit of sense.
You could have written that movie.
Maybe I did.
No, he didn't.
No. No. When did this movie come out? In 2003?
Yeah.
I was in high school then. I was a freshman, sophomore in high school.
That's cute.
I think. I graduated in 06, so you do the fucking math. I don't care. So no, or again, maybe at this point in time, who knows?
Definitely not.
This movie might have been one of those 1,000 monkeys typing for 1,000 years kind of a thing, so put that out there. But, yeah, no, I'm going to give this 10 out of 12 disasters.
Yeah. So if you want to watch something ridiculous but also disastery, this is actually a really good one.
It's got to be on everything, right? What's it on?
I don't know what it's on. We watched it through cable on Comcast because we have Comcast cable. So we just tell our remote we want to watch, and then it brings it to our face sometimes.
That's so much fairer than you want to admit to.
Because we weren't going to pay for it. Come on, what are you doing? But it's probably available for...
It looks like it's on Netflix. So, yeah.
Sweet, watch it.
So it's on Netflix. Watch it on Netflix. Yeah. Okay, so it's on Netflix. Watch it. In general, with regard to these reviews, we want to start reviewing some olds and some goods. Our primary focus is sci-fi and horror. Disaster movies are the cross-section of sci-fi and horror when you allow stupid people to do the writing for you. Because there's not any logically accurate disaster movies.
No, there's not.
So, if you have a movie you would like us to watch and review during this not core stoppy style apocalypse, let us know in the comments below.
Yeah.
Tell me what you want us to watch.
Taking requests.
Tell me what you watch. What you really, really watch. No, that's not how that song goes.
No, you'd have to say, tell me what you want to watch, what you really, really want to watch.
See, what I said was musical. That
Slam poetry.
That was 2012, the disaster movie. Not bad, but, you know, we should be apologized to for it.
Yeah. Yeah. All right.
All right, that's not important. All right. I've been John Norgrove. This has been Jive. This is Review Jive. We reviewed The Core. Do yourself a favor. Watch that movie. And then immediately forget about that movie and watch it again in 5 years. Which is, I feel like, the proper cycle to watch The Core.
That is the
every
ideal
5 years.
way to watch it, yes.
And either way, like this video, comment below, tell us what you want us to watch, subscribe to this channel. We're going to be doing a lot more reviews. We also got like some food stuff. We got some garden stuff. I got a spear,
probably tell you
so we
about
might be
whatever
throwing spears
birds
and
those
shit
were
later.
too that were just building a nest
Yeah.
like 10 feet from us.
Yeah. So sorry about the birds or chopping or banging or whatever the hell else is happening out in these goddamn woods all the time. You just get used to it, I guess. What is that? Like, comment, share this video. Let other people in on this, primarily because they might have better ideas for movies than you for us to review.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And subscribe so you continue to watch whatever bizarre content we're putting out.
Yeah. All right.
All right.
I'm super interested in these birds.
Yeah, we're going to stop so we can watch these birds. Goodbye.
Yeah. See y'all later. Bye.